Hello, and welcome back to Factorio. So, we built a bunch of stuff last time, and things kept exploding, which really confused me. Apparently, this computing power fluid is super hot and explosive, and you have to put it through this data cable. So, data cable is, I guess it's a skin around pipe, but here it is. Data cable, and it takes this fluid, specialized data cable that can transport computing power. Okay, so fair enough. So as long as we stick the computing power through the data cable, nothing will explode. And when I asked in Discord, people didn't even realize you could put compute power down pipes. But there you are. Live and learn. We all live and learn. So this is what we're going to be doing from now on. Apparently, compute power is used in various places for various things. So it's probably going to be something that at some point we build a module for. Probably a module which has its own dedicated electronic part factory. But we'll figure it out. I also don't know if this fluid can be put into a provider. So let's see if we can put it into a fluid provider. It's an odd idea, isn't it? Okay, I don't particularly want to lose 20k of it down here. So I'm going to do this by hand. Yes, you can. So it's possible I'll be moving that stuff around by truck, or it's possible I'll be making it on site. I am not sure. Okay, so that's where we're at. Okay, what else is going on? Our reactors are running. We have uranium, shiny uranium backed up in these requester boxes. So that's good. And this, these units are now running again, now that we've fixed the drill fluid problem. This one isn't, apparently. Okay, so let's have a quick look. It's because we have just the one mine. Yeah, so this is running flat out. So we need to acquire the uranium mines we didn't get. I keep finding little holes in our concrete. The reason for that is as the trees die, so I've got a mod installed where the trees grow back, but they don't grow back if they're by machines you've built or if they're surrounded by concrete. But as they die, they leave a hole in the concrete where a tree used to be. So we have to go around periodically re-stamping the production cell blueprint to fill in. But anyway, that's the cost of doing business, I guess. This is all running, so I just want to have one last look at the recycling station. Where did we put that? It's marked as... Oh, it's above. Okay. Here. So I want to check that this is doing stuff. Okay, so what's the problem? This has fuel rods. This is outputting nuclear waste. This... I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Okay, so it says that the output is full. No, it's just that it takes time for this to run. Okay, so it looks like we're producing more nuclear waste than we can consume. Let's double check that. This reckons that we are well over on nuclear waste. So this produces 4.5 nuclear waste a minute, and this consumes 1 per minute. Okay, so we haven't got this right. Okay. So let's take this away and this away. And we're going to have to put the nuclear waste on a belt and process it a bit more sensibly. Let's use a longer arm. All right. So then the nuclear waste dump I have misplaced in my inventory. Nope, I can't work out where it is. So I'm just going to copy it off one of these. There we go. All right. So let's do several of these. And I can dump all the ones in my inventory in there. So hopefully this will be enough to keep up. Let's just double check one last time. So this requires 4.5 per minute. These consume 1 per minute, so I need 5 of these things to keep up. Okay, so that should be sufficient. Yeah, and I think we looked before, there's just nothing else that you can do with nuclear waste other than void it through one of these nuclear waste storage facilities. So that's just the way life is, I guess. Okay, so we're probably going to carry on tinkering with this because I'm not convinced I've done it correctly. That can go. Tasks to do. Okay, so we have beacons, Spidertron army, modules, next tier nuclear, next science. I'd like to add to that some kind of armory because we're not very serious at the moment about making weapons. I quite like personal rockets, for example. Let's carry on over here. I keep getting stalls. I'm not sure if there's some kind of time-lapse thing still running. I don't know. Okay, and why is this not running? This is the name of the game today. Okay, so we have dirty water backed up. Okay, so the gold can't run because the dirty water's not being consumed. The dirty water, this should not... Yeah, this is capped to not run if there's more than 5k of dirty water in the system. So it means we're not sinking the dirty water. Okay, so let's add a to-do item. Good. So we're going to add something that does something with dirty water. And I need to double check in that case what we can do with it. I think we can turn it into something. We're still getting glitches in the rendering, so I'm going to delete that and hope that that fixes the problem. Okay. So we can turn dirty water into ore, apparently. There is a series of recipes. Unlocked by dirty water's usage that turn it into things. So there's gold, lead, copper, iron. So I think at the moment we have plenty of lead. So I think it might make sense to turn it into uranium. Okay, so this happens in a centrifuge or an advanced centrifuge. It produces crushed uranium and dirty water from dirty water. So, yeah, I think that might be an option. So if I then find one of the uranium processing cells, where are we? Here. Good. So these take in uranium chunks and crush them. But I think we might be able to back design this to also take in crushed uranium. Okay, so it was in a centrifuge, it said, or an advanced centrifuge. Okay, so let's have a look. So this, so we can do uranium extraction to get 1 crushed uranium, or we can do lead extraction, gold extraction, copper extraction, and iron extraction. So yeah, uranium extraction sounds best, doesn't it? Let's get rid of these trees in the safest way I know how, which is to gas them and run away. Good. Occasionally they go nuclear, which is not ideal. Alright, so we can restamp our cell. Good. Alright. Okay, and this uses, 775 kilowatt, so nearly a megawatt. That's pretty amazing. All right, so let's get an output like that. And good. So we're going to have to do something to cycle the fluids. I'm wondering... what if we do something absolutely trivial like this? So... Alright, all of that can move up one. There we go. Do I want to do the same on the other side? I don't think I'm ever going to have this much dirty water to process. So that's all connected, the inputs and the outputs. Let's take this and... oh, I can't flip, sorry. I keep forgetting that I can't flip. Alright, is that... no, that's not even in the right place, is it? There. Okay, I can flip the inserters. And I can delete the centrifuges and flip the pipes. All right. So then I can have a requester depot. And the way we're going to control this is we're going to have a road reader. And the road reader is... just craft one. Okay, so this is going to read how much dirty water is in the network. Good. Then I'm going to have a transport depot circuit writer. I should have only crafted one of these, shouldn't I? That was a mistake. I don't have the copper cable. No doubt some copper cable will magically appear. I think we need more than 10. There we go. All right. This should be on the way. Yeah, it's on the way. So I can finish joining up the pipes at least. And then I need a couple of top-up valves. I think that's the way to do it. So the top-up valves are these ones. Good. And that's a road network. Where's the top-up valves gone? There's so many items in the game that I find it difficult to locate them all. So that's the road network reader. I've just looked at that before. There it is, top-up valve. Okay, so that should only allow fluid to come out when these are under pressure. So that should mean there's always room in this pipe network for the 20 units of output to go in. This I need to wire with a transport depot circuit writer. There. Then we wire these two together. And this needs to be set to enable when dirty water is greater than 20,000. Okay, so what this will do is the dirty water that will fit into one of these things is 20,000. This will only request dirty water when there are at least 20,000 when there's more than 20,000 dirty water in the network. So it will only get requested when the dirty water has backed up, has overflowed. Okay, I wonder if we can move some things around in this build so that I can power the whole thing with this. I think we can if we move these arms up, in which case let's move those down for symmetry's sake. Good. Then we can use an underground, I guess. There. And we can put down a badge to say that we are making crushed uranium. Good. And then let's get our copper cable, our trusty copper cable. That shouldn't be connected there. This should be connected here. Okay, that's too far. I'm just trying to find a neat way to cable this. Okay, that will do. Okay, so this is happily making crushed uranium from excess dirty water. Okay, and one truck is clearly not sufficient. Let's do 4 just for the kicks. And then we need some way to get the dirty uranium in here. Okay. So what I would really want is a crushed uranium requester in there, but there's not quite enough room, is there? Okay, is there another way to do this? Can I pinch? Can I pinch a tile? I can't. Okay, so this is going to be an ugly retrofit in that case. What I really want is for crushed uranium to take precedence over this uranium. Okay, so let's set this to crushed uranium. This is not pretty. This is obviously not how I would do things if it was planned ahead of time. Okay, so that's going to put in crushed uranium. The thing is, this is running under capacity, so I guess it doesn't matter, is what I'm coming around to. I think it will prioritize itself just because things are under spec'd. Okay, so I can take this, I can blueprint it down here, and that fixes that. Okay, so we've done a thing. We have dealt with our excess dirty water. Because we've dealt with the excess dirty water, have we dealt with gold? So where was the gold build that was backed up? Up there. Okay, let's go find it. Good, this is running now. So the this is down to 14k. So we've now kept all our chunk processing going by turning the excess dirty water into uranium. We're turning, if we run out of dirty water entirely, we're making it de novo from crushed stone. And the crushed stone levels are so low that they would never push us above the 20,000 level. So I think we're homeostatic for dirty water, which is pretty nice. Our factory is growing. Right, was that even on the list of tasks? Yes. Turn that off. Okay, Spidertron Army, modules, next tier nuclear, beacons. I'd like to add to that. Okay. I would like to add some kind of perimeter defense, but I think I'd like to use our spiders for the perimeter defense. Okay, come back here, sad balloons. All right, let's walk down here. So, last time, I had, whoops, started to get spiders working. Okay, so we have some construction spiders, whatever they are. I'm not quite sure what they are. We have some of these Spidertron docks. Again, I'm not quite sure what they are. What I'm going to do is put down a request in a personal request. I'm going to, sorry, try again. I'm going to request one spiderling. I'm going to request one Spidertron. I'm going to request one Constructortron and one dock. Okay, then I'm going to have a quick look at why Spidertrons are not being made. Advanced motors. Okay. And advanced motors aren't happening because our build is just too small. But that is absolutely fine. This is why we designed a nice modular build. Right, let's put an underground here. So we have doubled it. And doubled it again. There we go. So that should have improved our blue engine production. No doubt something else will now be out of ratio, but never mind. We're getting persistent bleeps. Do I care? No. So I think our defenses are holding currently. We have a power problem here. So these are not shooting back. Well, that's the power system problem fixed when the bot gets there. Good. So that's blue engines dealt with. Do I have my Spidertron yet? No, I don't. Alright, then the next thing is, Spidertrons traditionally mean explosions. So, there's rockets and explosive rockets. Rockets take explosive electronic circuits and iron plates. Explosive rockets take rockets plus explosives. And they get made in an assembler as far as I can remember. So let's do a rockets build. Because I would like to be in a position where my Spidertrons are embarrassingly profligate with their bangs. Alright, so let's put these down. I think it's a 3-to-1 ratio or some. I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so this would produce 5.63 rockets per minute. This would produce 5.63 and take in 1. Okay. So I guess there's a question. Do I want only explosive rockets or do I want only normal rockets? And I think the answer is that I want both. But I'm not quite convinced either way at the moment. Alright, so this is explosives, electronic circuits, and iron plate. This just requires the explosives. So I think what this is saying is we want a mixed belt here, then a belt here, and we can do some, let's double this for the sake of pasteability. Good. So these would input, output, input, output. I think that's good. Okay, and then I need that there. Oh, one thing, the uranium build. Where was I? Here, crushed uranium. Did I limit this box? Yeah, I'd just leave that unlimited. Okay, we've got 8 warnings there. No, it really looks like our defenses are holding, so no need to be panicked. Alright. Let's take that. And okay, so that would be ideal, but I need to move it 1 tile higher to get us off the skirt at the bottom. to avoid this roboport. Is there an alternative? The alternative is to move the middle up. Okay. The problem with that is that then we're not supplying normal rockets to this rocket machine. Okay, we can fix that by taking that as a blueprint, deleting that, and then stamping it down there. Does that work? I now need to move all the arms here. This really doesn't work very well. Okay, let's redo all the arms by hand then. I think... Is this... Yeah, that's the setup. And then 2 arms there. Alright. We have to make sure that the machines put out the rockets before they take in the explosive... before they're taken into the explosive rocket. Okay, so that works. I hate this flashing. I wish there was some way to disable blinking. Okay, there's nowhere to put substations here because there's arms everywhere. I could use some bendy arms to do it, but it seems like a bit of extra work for something that's not going to pay off very well. So I think we'll be cabling this in the old-fashioned way. Okay. Then I'm going to take this, flip there, and then I'll wire the inserters in the middle. That's fair. That's done. Okay. So, so I think this is iron and circuits, yeah? Yeah. Green circuits, iron. Ah, okay. Iron plate. So this whole design may be rubbish. So iron ingots is what we're bringing in. Let's put down an assembler. So this requires plate. Have I just completely miscalculated? No, I think we're fine. So this requires 11 plates per minute. This produces 45. Okay, so 1 to 4. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 plate machines to supply this. 2 plate machines per side. Okay, let's move this out of the way because I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put it. Okay, so I am a bit low on space. I'm just trying to think of a way to deal with this. Yeah, that doesn't fit, does it? Okay. The other way. Okay, we can do something like this. Okay, so we will... Let's use blue arms. Okay, so this is going to be a mixed belt of ingots and plates. This is going to drop to the west side. Good, and then we can use an underground here. Whoops. We can use an underground that way to pull off only the plates. And let's take the whole of this and move it up there. Okay, and then this can move to there. It can go that way. I think that's good. Then the last thing we need to sort out is the explosives, which we need to get into the inside lane. Like that. Take that away and flip that. So that would need to go there, which means we need more undergrounding. Okay, then I need to bring in the explosives, which are... They're an intermediate product, aren't they? Here. All right. And then okay, that would work there. I've now got a bit of a problem with how to... Let's move that back one. Okay, that works, but then I've got this huge gap to try and underground through. But I think a red underground will do it. Okay, I think it's time for me to invest in a few red undergrounds. I don't need 50. But 10 sounds good. Okay, so we're going to run an underground through here. Then up and in there. This is a really horrible, messy build. I'm not actually that pleased with it. But I think it's going to do the job. Okay, and then we're going to have undergrounds here. And here. Yeah. Alright, so let's see if the underground reaches. It does. Let's power this up. And hope that it gets built. Right, how are we doing? We have a Spiderling, we have a Spidertron, and we have a Constructortron, and we have a Spidertron dock. Okay, I'm going to clear all these requests, and we're going to have a look at these things. So, Spidertron. Sorry, Spiderling. Spidertron. Spidertron Constructor. Spidertron dock. Alright. This says it needs fuel. Okay, it looks like they're all fuel powered rather than... yeah, they're fuel powered rather than being powered by logistics. That is weird. Okay, so let's have a look. So this has a tiny trunk, a decent sized grid, 10 by 4, and logistics requests. So the grid, yeah, 4 by 10, that's fine. This is quite a substantial logistics. So this is 6 by 10, And this logistics grid is also 6 by 10. Sorry, the grid is 6 by 10. Okay. This has rocket launchers. This has rocket launchers. This doesn't have rocket launchers. Okay, so this... Okay. And what else? So, are there any other differences in what these things can do? Change shooting speed 200. Change shooting speed 200. It looks like these are basically the same thing. This has a storage of 60 and this has a storage of 80. So this has more capacity to contain stuff. Okay. Automatically connects to a Spidertron standing over it and shares that Spidertron's inventory. Items containing an equipment grid will lose all equipment when transferred through a dock. Okay. So this doesn't seem to have any can I put things into this? No. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Let's okay, so that's opened with the Spidertron over it. Now this has a storage of 80, so can we put... Yeah, we can. And then this could... This has 80. Okay, so if I now move him away... He now has the belts in his... Okay. So then if I put him over... let's move him out of the way. Right. So if I have a box here... Okay. The Spidertron has some transport belts in its trunk. Now the transport belts are being moved out to here. Okay. And his transport belts are going down because they're being moved out. Now if we turn that around, his transport belts are going up again. Okay, so this seems like a way to work with the logistics content of a Spidertron, but without using logistics bots. But equally, I could just set a logistics request of 1 stack of belts. It has 2, so it's trashed 99. Okay, so I'm not... Yeah, to be honest, I'm not quite sure what the point is here. We're going to have a play with this and try and decide if it's worth it or what's going on. I'm wondering if what I'm supposed to do is put down a blueprint somewhere, make sure the materials for the blueprint is in one of these boxes, and then maybe this will automatically come along and stand over it and get what it needs. I don't know. I'm going to play between episodes on that. Ooh, this is doing exactly the wrong thing. Okay. Let's try again. All right. I can go there, I guess. Oh, okay. So these things are not pulling in rockets. Sorry, explosives. Because I just totally forgot that they need to. Okay, so there we are. We're now getting explosive rockets. Put put into here. And if we're going to follow the pattern we're using for everything, I'm then going to dump explosive rockets by truck into here. Let's take this, put that down. We have some energized solar panels, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to call it for today. We have explosive rockets being made. We have made some spider bots, although I'm a little bit mystified as to how they work. Just for the sake of it, let's get a... I can never remember how to... I can never remember how to interact with Spidertrons. I'll have to remember that. Let's put that... Spidertron can go down on my quick bar. The Spidertron remote. There we go. Okay, if I hover over that, Shift E to open the inventory, Shift right click to reset, Alt left click to set Spidertron with pathfinding, left click on Spidertron to connect it. So, left click, that's now connected. We can now set the path for it. Good. So I should be able to do a left click. Right, and what is it to disconnect? Shift right click to reset. So that's pretty good, isn't it? We've got spiderlings which can't shoot back. We have Spidertrons which can shoot back, and then we have these construction Spidertrons which I think can automate picking up things they need from chests and then building stuff, which we're going to use to build out our rail network. I think that's the plan. Alright, how are we doing? I have bought the build, haven't I? I am glad that I sat around and watched it, because it would have been annoying if this had run for half an hour. Alright, so firstly, I don't want to be doing this at all. Let's take this out. Okay, then let's clean this belt. And this belt. Good. These can go in here. I want these back. Good. Alright. Can I move this back one tile to fit in an extra belt? No, because this side has this iron plate making mess. I don't know how I missed that we were using the same belt for all the different things. Okay. How else could we fix this? Can I use undergrounds to pass the materials over? Would that work? Okay, and then this explosive is now on the wrong side of the belt. That can be quickly fixed. Alright, so how are we getting on now? Let's see if we can try and get this in a repeating pattern that I can trust. Okay, I think all this has to go. All this has to go. In fact, all this can go as well. We are now overrunning the episode. I'm very sorry about that. I thought we were done, and then we weren't. Okay. Okay, so I think that's good. So then I think we can run a belt like that. Then I think we can have an input like that. Yep. Then we can have that. Okay, and then this is the inside. And that's correct. Okay. So does this work? I don't know why I have explosive cannon shells in there. It should have been explosive rockets that I put in there. Okay, is this working? It is. Okay, so I'm going to strip down this side here. We're going to do that. Good. So now I can pull in the whole of this mess and put it down there. Okay, so we really have made an explosive build this time. Let's double check. We've got an explosive build. We have massively increased the blue engine build. We have adjusted our uranium so that it will take crushed uranium, and we're making crushed uranium from dirty water as and when the dirty water backs up. Because we're now making sure the dirty water does not back up, we are guaranteeing that gold can continue to be made. So I think all in all that is a success for the day. I'm going to call it here because it's already gone on too long, particularly given that we had a little bit of a mistake with our build. Okay, but mistakes happen. They're not the end of the world. And one last mistake. There. Good. So, job done. We have got rockets, we did the crushed uranium, we are no longer backing up on dirty water. All is right with the world and the sun is shining. So I will see you again very soon. Thank you very much for watching. It has been a pleasure. Bye-bye.